Dear Truthfinder. Reference account. Name, James Driscoll. Email address, jamesmdriscoll-truthfinder.com @realuphuman.net. Truthfinder background report, James Martin Driscoll. Reference archive filing of this email. http://webdomains.realuphuman.net/truthfinder.com/help@truthfinder.com/. We have a problem to work out. Seems I am being singled out, that my comments that I apply to a person's background check report are somehow being subject to a rule in place that does not place these comments active to the public version. My comments reflect the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, and still, I have noticed over the course of these past months when I needed to comment they are skipped. This may just be an oversight, but this time I have placed the foundation and logic into the comment I placed so that there cannot be any misunderstanding that what I represent to the information society is active and should be placed represented onto any Truthfinder background check report as appropriate to the world of trust. First, let's define trust and the erosion of trust that is happening in our society. Every aspect of upward progress or downward digress, each little step collectively can be cumulatively scaled to what value we place in our society of trust, the United States of America. This is called #social trust. When the #social trust is high, we have a great outcome in our society and our people are healthy, wealthy in happiness, wisdom-wise in understanding, and we can continue to build on that foundation. That is functional. However, in the inverse of this, in the value of #social trust, more than just the opposite definitions occur. We are not healthy but ill, we are not wealthy in happiness but are in fact degraded in despair, sorrow, and grief. That is a dysfunction. There is a balance of zero if you want to hold a scale onto this. Progress is plus positive values, and digress is negative values. Zero is not a satisfactory place to leave #social trust, but at least the negative effects are not slipping us down a treacherous pathway. We are just there. What happens in the erosion of trust is already showing that we in the United States of America are on a digression scale. A Washington Post article that appeared in October of 2017 says it plain. If we cannot agree on trust, we can't agree on the truth. When we can't agree on truth, there is no need for a website like Truthfinder to point us to a progressive direction. We might as well start to be less human to our fellow man and digress to the state of savage than to hold any kind of honor for the civilization that we are building forward in a digression mode that we at least have to reach back to the #social trust level of 0. We are far down the scale from 0, and I am not sure how far we can go further down before something so drastic occurs that we step over a horizon of diminishing returns to full and complete societal collapse. Do you agree with me so far? If you do, then you might realize that the next part of this confirms that we are far, far less a digression than a state of 0 level of #social trust. This is the article link that appeared in the Washington Post. How the Erosion of Trust Leads to Murder and Mass Shootings. By Randolph Roth. Randolph Roth is a professor of history and sociology at Ohio State University and the author of American Homicide. October 6, 2017. Apparently, the Washington Post is requiring subscriptions to access their articles. I have a YouTube video spoken voice actor presentation of this article that can be accessed. How the Erosion of #social trust leads to mass shootings. Washington Post, 346 views. If you understand that collectively each erosion of trust systemic process is a contributing factor onto this scale, that we cannot just forget and faithfully say all will be well. We have to understand that we have a duty to our society to repair and rebuild trust if we are going to get back to a value of 0. Now, as far as how Truthfinder commenting applies to this, attached is a received Google Search Console notification on the web presence of one of my properties, as they call it, that has been defined for a single person of our world. This definition is very much real. It might look strange or shocking to see, but it is, in fact, active in search engine results. That places me an active player in the information society to make this web presence social and informing of something on the web. The term social web applies to this web domain presence in our world. You cannot say that it does not have the presence and that it somehow is out of the bounds of common values dismisses this web domain out of the truth of our world. You cannot knock me out of the active world of web processes to say I am not valid. You cannot do that. Logically and universally understood, I do not have to be a big player of web accounts, email addressing, products to sell, inter-account messaging, etc. to be a social media presence on the web. I protest if you think me to that level and dismiss my comments on your site because I am not inclusive of some kind of participants web list that you accept into your view of reality. That is not right. Moreover, this fact is also true on the use of the web naming space, which is indexed to the surface web, making me then an inclusive social web presence activity into being a presence of culture meme identity. What appears on my web domain as content that applies to any one single person of your Truthfinder reporting information service, they can and should and perhaps must be references into the view of associated understanding on what this internet domain represents when truth is documented on that site in such a naming space. If you think this site is not for the truth of all matters and is some kind of flaming rant and rave site, you would be absolutely incorrect in understanding it. It is not like I need to instruct the world on this understanding, but I do in fact have a web domain presence for that activity as well. That would be at grewup.net. Great reason us will unite. Peace. SiteAdvisor clears all of my domains as safe to browse and grewup.net is in the category of education, reference. Overall, it is a peace-building model of information theory. The idea comes from the understanding of what is called a trust ladder in a triad naming space. One side there is realuphuman.net absolute trust plus positive trust value, the center point grewup.net 0, 0. And of course the scale side of where we must be able to define it so we can climb up the ladder to 0, fuckeduphuman.net absolute erosion of trust negative trust value. It is rather simple. The Truthfinder background check report for Dr. Eric Tomomi Shigeno is in need of being commented onto for the notification of his web presence at these domains. Since apparently he has cut all interest and involvement to receive the messaging that I am directing his way via social media and his employer Borrego Health, since they have not responded either, I take it that the understanding of what this domain web presence remains a novelty to his eyes and mind and not treated seriously as it should. The matters why Dr. Shigeno is placed onto this domain, as above, you have been given an understanding, his reflecting defined is in the digression scale of distrust rather than positive trust. We can fix this with a process known as a forum, discussion, understanding, and conflict reconciliation. But that requires that the doctor understand why this domain is present in our information society, actively serving the logic truth, even though there is no actual user interface coded for the triad naming space interconnectivity meanings and purpose onto information truth integrity. It seems there is a savior factor of your site the way it processes comments and reserves the page back to me with a display of the comment coded in the HTML. It may be unusual that none of your members perform this function, as I am being singled out anyway as I said. I shall not be placed to a censoring rule because what I author is important to our understanding of trust, erosion of trust, and our ability to correct any digression scales to point in the correct direction back to the value state of 0. 0. All hope is not lost. Since your process reserves me the HTML page with the comment displayed, but if I were to refresh the page the comment would become removed from view and most likely lost forever. I am being subject to some kind of rule that rejects my comment somehow. In that reject for a moderating human review or just plain outright rejected? I am not sure. But over the course of these many months, it is not beyond rational logic consideration, that if I did not want to lose my words written forever, that I must use the Ctrl+S Save HTML feature and at least place this HTML version of this page onto my very own hard drive. Which of course I have done. But why is there not the next progressive logic that if it is stored on my hard drive and applies to a web presence space on my internet domains, that I would not take this commented page into that view and place it as a part of the dataset that represents the need to return trust back to 0. 0. I have and I should. Actually, I must reflect that my overall process of information truth is on par with this understanding. The name in of itself by the name being so extreme, that if I were to place any false record of holding something that was not true into search engine surface web indexed information data, the name by itself places the domain into a state of being liable and defamation. The defamation here is that if one is riding the side of digressing and distrust in our society, we have a duty and role to make that correction as quickly and as justly as possible. We should follow the words of Pope Francis' call to our nation in front of Congress in Sept of 2015 to become on point to the betterment of all, unity in the community, rebuild and progress upward a trust ladder, and that trust equals truth and united we stand but divided we fall. We cannot be divided anymore in a digression state of the erosion of trust. We cannot take the devalued state of #social trust for granted on how important it is to change this to the betterment model of excellence. Excerpt Pope Francis Call to Congress, September 2015. Read the full texts of all of Pope Francis's addresses during his visit. https://alatea.org/red-the-full-text-of-all-of-Pope-Francis-addresses-during-is-this. September 28, 2015. The complete translated transcripts of the Holy Father's remarks. Speech of Pope Francis, joint session of the Congress of the United States. All of us are quite aware of, and deeply worried by, the disturbing social and political situation of the world today. Our world is increasingly a place of violent conflict, hatred and brutal atrocities, committed even in the name of God and of religion. We know that no religion is immune from forms of individual delusion or ideological extremism. This means that we must be especially attentive to every type of fundamentalism, whether religious or of any other kind. A delicate balance is required to combat violence perpetrated in the name of a religion, an ideology or an economic system, while also safeguarding religious freedom, intellectual freedom and individual freedoms. But there is another temptation which we must especially guard against, the simplistic reductionism which sees only good or evil or, if you will, the righteous and sinners. The contemporary world, with its open wounds which affect so many of our brothers and sisters, demands that we confront every form of polarization which would divide it into these two camps. We know that in the attempt to be freed of the enemy without, we can be tempted to feed the enemy within. To imitate the hatred and violence of tyrants and murderers is the best way to take the place. That is something which you, as a people, reject. Our response must instead be one of hope and healing, of peace and justice. We are asked to summon the courage and the intelligence to resolve today's many geopolitical and economic crises. Even in the developed world, the effects of unjust structures and actions are all too apparent. Our efforts must aim at restoring hope, righting wrongs, maintaining commitments, and thus promoting the well-being of individuals and of peoples. We must move forward together, as one, in a renewed spirit of fraternity and solidarity, cooperating generously for the common good. The challenges facing us today call for a renewal of that spirit of cooperation, which has accomplished so much good throughout the history of the United States. The complexity, the gravity and the urgency of these challenges demand that we pool our resources and talents, and resolve to support one another, with respect for our differences and our convictions of conscience. Introduction to ActiveSpec technology available to Internet domains, dynamic subdomain, URL addressing. The following links have a technology that is active on my web domains that have a tech spec that is available to Internet domains. Most admins complain about this mode of web operation of the technology gets activated. Most domains across the web have this disabled and is the default spec text hold in the tech creation of Internet domain traffic. I just so happen to have this tech spec active on my domains for a very intentional purpose. Binding presence and peace building. This is memetically active web domain URL addressing. http://trustfinder.please-c-me-as-valid.point-of-trust.reference-in-r-society.community.group.net/words-to-live-by/. Art thou dejected? Is thy mind o'ercast? To chase thy gloom, go fix some weighty truth, chain down some passion, do some generous good, teach ignorance to see, or grief to smile, correct thy friend, befriend thy greatest foe, be just in all things, make amends for follies past, and, with warm heart, forgive, and be forgiven. Let work not words thy virtue prove. Go act as well as prate, and then thy counsels will be strong, thy reprimands avail. Anon. The province of the historian is to gather the threads of the past ere they elude forever his grasp and weave them into a harmonious web to which the art preservative may give immortality. Therefore he who would rescue from fast gathering oblivion the deeds of a community and send them on to futurity in an imperishable record should deliver a plain unvarnished tale. http://trustfinder.please-c-me-as-valid.point-of-trust.reference-in-r-society.dr-eric-tomoney-shigeno.fuckuphuman.net. Dear Truthfinder. Text Truthfinder, background report Dr. Eric Tomomi Shigeno, .htm the 24th of March 2019 1618 450k person Eric _Shigeno _CA03 24 2019.pdf the 24th of March 2019 1459 211k. Add a comment to the social web section of this report. Any comment below was authored and submitted by a Truthfinder user. Truthfinder did not author or develop this comment, does not express a view as to whether the comment is accurate or truthful, and does not warrant or represent that the comment is accurate or truthful. If you believe a comment is not accurate, not truthful, or otherwise violates the user comment's terms of use, please contact Truthfinder at help@truthfinder.com so the comment may be evaluated for possible removal. James just now. My name is James Martin Driscoll and I am the web admin of the internet domains that are referenced as links in this comment. This section of Truthfinder is appropriate to document the social web presence that is reflecting current for the person referenced in this Truthfinder report, Dr. Tomomi Shigeno. What I have to document may reflect unbelievable web presence and details belief. I assure you that what is documented here and followed through and presented by the links referenced here reflect the truth. I am willing to testify in court to the accuracy of these matters that are being presented before you. Before I get into the details that need to be detailed for interest parties of this Truthfinder report, I want to place a disclaimer and the intended purpose. The internet domains that are referenced in this comment serve to our information truth disclosed when actual truth is censored from view by web review sites. I placed a review for this the doctor review site of vitals.com. I had seen comments about this site that it is a fraudulent site. What I had found is they apparently remove negative reflecting reviews for doctors and keep only the positive reviews as the standard moderator content overview of the reviews that keep visible for the public to rely upon. This, in fact, erodes trust in our society that the reviews do not reflect the reality of real-world affairs. In such as that has been proven the case, my negatively reflecting review to what occurred between the doctor and myself was not preserved after the content reviewer took that account and removed the review. This is not an accurate and trustworthy element of our information society. That is where the internet domains that I hold refute and push the reflection accurate truth by the association of namespaces that I hold an admin. I am here representing that everything on my domains is a reflection of the truth as best as it could be ascertained at the time of posting. The internet has a standard that applies to it professionally, found on the number one and most recognized professional social media site called LinkedIn. On that site, actual, in operation, company name profiles contain the word fuck in them. You can search the results for yourself in this provided search link, https://www.linkedin.com/search/results/companies/. Keywords equals fuck and origin equals switch_search_vertical. Such examples are fuck cancer, fuck year astrophysics, fuck racism, and fucked up design. These in operation company name profiles on LinkedIn have corresponding web domains that are active as I write this comment. http://fuckcancer.org, http://fuckyeastrophysics.com, https://fuckracism.se, http://www.fuckadupdesign.nl respectfully. As such as that is true, that reflects that the word fuck must be applied as used as a professional standard across the web. The internet domain applied in this comment, http://fuckeduphuman.net, is just an extension of this standard found on LinkedIn. If you disagree with this point of view, please use the following email address and issue a complaint about the standards that I apply here in this comment. Truthfinder-standardsoftems-complaint@realuphuman.net. With that now being said, I get into the issue that is directly involved to the person of interest that is named in this Truthfinder background report, Dr. Tomomi Shigeno. Dr. Shigeno and I had a physician-patient relationship and the Borrego Health D Street Medical Clinic in San Bernardino. It was in the last medical session I had with Dr. Shigeno that I had a couple of issues that I needed, not just requested, desired, to discuss with him. These were direct community affairs detailing the quality of standards of care involved in the social services of my affected medical condition. This would mean that the clients of the agency involved in this matter would be clients of his other patients. This matter affects more than just one single patient and physician relationship. The detail of this account was placed onto vitals.com review before it was of course removed for the factors above reflect. I did capture the review by Ctrl+S, save HTML page and place it onto my internet domains. This web presence takes into account that the intended use of my internet domains is to place truth forward in a manner that binds parties together in a knot of reconciliation known by the theory practice of the Adinkra symbol known of #Mapatapo. This is the binding knot that holds parties together to work out the differences to a resolved reconciliation. The internet domain web presences serve such that purpose, and it is hard to not acknowledge the truth in the links that are provided here. In practice information theory, this is memetically active using this web presence. Furthermore, the use of the word itself, fuck, is understood in more multiple languages across the globe than any word defined as peace. There can be no other word used as a replacement that has this very much fact-binding presence. That is information theory here. So, the Vitals.com review that was saved and captured before the bias-distrusting element action was placed upon it is saved for all of the public to access. Furthermore, this review has captured the associated community presence of information details that I was needing to be discussed with the doctor that he avoided. This avoidance is unacceptable. The internet domain serves to hold the doctor accountable for the reflection of community affairs that needs to be resolved. There are actual life and wellness persons being affected by these conditions as left as is. Furthermore, the vulnerability of this issue places this to be a life and death matter of concern. That is why I am placing this comment into the Truthfinder background check report of Dr. Tomomi Shigeno. The archived saved copy of the Vitals.com review has also spoken voice text narrative interface and can be referenced by this link http://dr-tomomi-shigeno.fuckeduphuman.net vitals.com-reviews/reviews_Dr. Eric T. Shigeno MD reviews_San Diego ca_vitals.com.html. All content contained in the directory file presence in the doctor's name there is web surfaced index to be found by search engine results. That makes any interested party involved to be found by a web search. That makes this web presence of these domains, social web, as it applies to the Truthfinder comment category that is being used to place this comment. This matter is actually complex. In that complexity, I have coded a randomized community awareness address messaging in parts from 1 to 11. The review link that is just referenced as the Vitals.com review is MSG number 11. You can use this next link multiple times to receive the other messaging presentations. This includes that the doctor should follow the guidelines of the American Medical Association Journal of Ethics in the articles that are presented. That is the problem here. The doctor is following a hidden agenda and a conflict of community interest by not having this forthright truth assessment discussion to resolve these matters. It is left up to the public to place reviews for this conflict of health interest on sites when it should be a community discussion to resolve the matter. This comment should be posted and allowed to remain the Truthfinder background check report of Dr. Tomomi Shigeno until this matter is resolved. Once this matter is actually taken into forum and discussion, as what is the intended purpose and meaning of the hashtag Mapatapo reflects, the contents that are filed on this referenced domain can be removed and this comment itself can be removed and all parties can walk away from this situation in absolution that a true peaceful reconciliation has been done onto the matter. This link is the multiple randomized presentation messages relink for a different message. Of course, messages might repeat. Thank you for holding this matter important for the community to receive a proper standard of care in social services and physician-provider care treatment in our community. http://dr-eric-tomomi-shigeno.fuckeduphuman.net/browse-random-some-messages-%5b1-10%5d.html. Forwarded message from Google Search Console Team sc-norkley@google.com. Date Wednesday, March 20, 2019 at 3:49 a.m. Subject: monitor the Google search traffic to dr-eric-tomomi-shigeno.fuckeduphuman.net to less than in the mind way @gmail.com. Message type WNC756200 Search Console. Monitor the Google search traffic to dr-eric-tomomi-shigeno.fuckeduphuman.net. To owner of dr-eric-tomomi-shigeno.fuckeduphuman.net. Google systems confirm that on March 9, 2019 we started collecting Google search impressions for your website in Search Console. This means that pages from your website are now appearing in Google search results for some queries. Here's how you can monitor your site's search performance using Search Console. Track your website's performance. 1. Check your top pages on Google search. Check your top pages in the performance report to monitor how many impressions they get. See top pages 2. See which queries trigger your site. See which queries show your website's pages in Google search results. See top queries 3. Monitor errors on your pages. Pages with errors may not appear in search results or provide a bad experience to your users. Make sure to check the crawl errors report and fix any issues you find. See errors. Check out help resources. Visit our help center to learn how to make the most of the search analytics report. Ask questions in our forum for more help. Mention message type WNC756200. Google LLC, 1600 Amphitheater Parkway, Mountain View, CA 94043. You've received this service announcement email because your site is listed in Google Search Console. Unsubscribe from this type of message. Ad partners who should receive messages for this Search Console account.
Real up human. Net less than realupuman. Net at gmail.com greater than Sunday, March 24, 2019 at 10:55 p.m. to Truthfinder help at Truthfinder.com greater than. By the way, in case you did not follow already to know this fact, the web presence of this link is also defined, http://dr-eric-tomomi-shigeno. Realupuman. Net, it points to the very same content on the web. In the case, it is not placed to be web search engine indexed by Google. Google would not make duplicate pointer references to duplicate content anyway. But if the hashtag #emtatpo version of the web presence disappeared, and the hashtag #chromobone web presence remained to be linked but not search engine indexed, we could have a reconciliation of matters as it relates to the web presence of this conflict of issues. Now, do you now see the light that is cast by this one single real-world example that the events that have happened involved with Dr. Eric Tomomi Shigeno have left me in a state of the doctor providing care is #HIVUNTREATABLE because there is a higher-reaching problem that needs to be addressed in these issues that cannot be punched into a discussion matter. There is a hidden secret that they cannot tell, but it must be told. Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. Part 1 of 2 notice, this is inserted content on April 20, 2019. It is a saddened condition that the address that is in this content address be met with a void of presence that is associated to Dr. Eric Tomomi Shigeno. This information history presence of a correspondence from this information networking administrator to the site of Truthfinder instructing the purposes, setup, and information theory of a working technology solution still in development. As Internet domain objects are all that is presented in this instructive address first written on March 20, 2019 must be cited and considered alongside real-world events of recent week in real-live spaces. The unfortunate premature and shocking passing of human life to the death of Dr. Eric Shigeno. Eric Tomomi Shigeno, MD December 18, 75 to April 10, 2020 is the technology Internet pointer as a property of this information network admin James Martin Driscoll. It does not change the facts of events previously documented onto the life conditions of erosions of trust. Therefore, the web placement of this digital object and its memospace container contents remain filed until there is a reconciliation that allows for a process of discussion to move forward. It must be remarkable to note that in a person's namesake, that a person does not own the copyright or full use control of one's own name. That this information networking technology that is visible here has the exclusive ownership and responsible use to an outside influence, and that began exactly when this property key was added into Google Search Console, thus made available to Google search engine indexing and outside human use search finding results. There is no way to change this equation by legal demand. The legal right to hold this equation falls to the favor of this network. If anyone wishes to change this to a more trust-bearing expression, please contact this network. Exclamation mark. We must repair the trust that is lost by completely ignoring this matter by the person that is of this network relates that such placement of content that does represent the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Once was and shall at first appearance considered to be a temporary state of memospace container placement if only humans would care to set themselves into the notion that there is much more than just a narrow view of all human life. We must reach to a higher conscience moral guidance if we are to repair the social fabric that is tearing us apart by tearing and imbalanced interpersonal relations. Ryan White Care ACT funded social. YouTube. Com James http:// Association of Nurses in AIDS Care, Greater Palm Springs Messages. Association of Nurses in AIDS Care, Greater Palm Springs. 154 people like this medical and health. 10:40 p.m. James. In all seriousness, https://www. Facebook. Anna Creator Palm Springs posts 811,396,602,603,544. It is with such sorrow to learn about the unexpected passing of Dr. Eric Tomomi Shigeno, MD, December 18, 75 to April 10, 2020. Dr. Shigeno is an infectious disease specialist with a long history of working with people living with HIV. After completing his medical training, Drive, Shigeno served as an infectious disease specialist at Kaiser Orange County, a hospitalist at Scripps Mercy Hospital, a primary care physician with Mission Internal Medicine Group, and an HIV specialist with the Desert AIDS Project before joining Borrego Health. Most recently, he worked at a clinic in Riverside County testing patients for COVID-19. Dr. Shigeno consistently maintained taking a patient-centered approach to healthcare, empowering his patients to be actively involved in achieving optimal health. Even in death, he was able to save people's lives by donating all available organs and tissue. The Association of Nurses in AIDS Care Greater Palm Springs chapter sends our condolences to his family and friends, especially during this difficult time. Association of Nurses in AIDS Care, Greater Palm Springs. Is there anyone available to chat? James Tenor GIF keyboard. James Tenor GIF keyboard. James Article 19. Everyone has the right to freedom of opinion and expression. This right includes freedom to hold opinions without interference and to seek, receive and impart information and ideas through any media and regardless of frontiers. The Universal Declaration of Human Rights. https://www.un.org. Universal Declaration Human Rights. Universal Declaration of Human Rights. The Universal Declaration of Human Rights. The Universal Declaration of Human Rights, UDHR, is a milestone document in the history of human rights. Drafted by representatives with different legal and cultural backgrounds from all regions of the world, the declaration was proclaimed by the United Nations. Org. James. Full detailed admonishment addressed to the HIV care industry funded by Ryan White Care ACT, http://Facebook. Anna Creator Palm Springs. Association of Nurses in AIDS Care, Greater Palm Springs. A forevermore dunce. Fucked up woman. Net Gmail, a forevermore dunce, hashtag conspiracy expose terminates gossip, hashtag government sponsored hate Facebook. Anna Creator Palm Springs. Association of Nurses in AIDS Care, Greater Palm Springs. A forevermore dunce. Fucked up woman. Net James shortened YouTube video presentation of a forevermore dunce, http://Facebook. Anna Creator Palm Springs. Association of Nurses in AIDS Care, Greater Palm Springs. Community. Grew up. Net27, note code URL to preview URL. Facebook accepts this technology and so must you. There is nothing here offensive for you to back out, recoil, and block my access to tell this truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in all of this. A forevermore dunce, me and his verses. Sin in them http://5150. Fucked up woman. Net http://about. Fucked up woman. Net http://emoji. Fucked up woman. Net http://notify. Fucked up woman. Net Ryan White Care ACT funded social. YouTube. James http://Facebook. Anagreator Palm Springs. Association of Nurses in AIDS Care. Greater Palm Springs. Music. Relapuman. Net.
Dear Truthfinder. Reference account. Name James Driscoll. Email address jamesmdriscoll-truthfinder.com at realuphuman.net. Truthfinder background report James Martin Driscoll. Reference archive filing of this email. http://webdomains.realuphuman.net/truthfinder.com/help@truthfinder.com/. We have a problem to work out. Seems I am being
There's a medical tech company called HeartFlow.
Yeah.
If you invested $1,000 in that one, you could have turned it into $1.7 million.